What's up, guys? Kelly McKay here, aka HVAC Millionaire. I want you to just imagine, just for a moment. Guys, thanks so much for joining me this week. Once again, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I appreciate all the support I'm getting. I appreciate you guys interacting, and it's awesome. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everything, all the nice comments that I get, and I just want to help you guys any way I possibly can. So today, here's what I want to talk about. I just want you to imagine, what would it be like if technicians were just abundant? What would it be like if you hit your revenue goals, like you maybe even succeeded those revenue goals? What would it be like if you had double the net profit at the end of the year? What would it be like if every time the phones were answered, the call got booked? What would it be like if you had a nice building to come to every day and a nice office to work out of? Can you imagine that your website's just kicking ass, your Google ads are kicking ass, and you're getting a huge return on your investment? Now I want you to imagine you being able to take a vacation, to spend some time with your spouse, to do some of the things that you've always wanted to do. Maybe own some of the things that you've always wanted to own. Now I want you to imagine that you're capable of doing 2 or 3 installs a day. Your team is capable of doing 2 or 3 installs a day. Imagine that you can throw out an ad and just produce money anytime you want because you know how to do it. Imagine that you can hire a general manager that allows you to do some of the things that you really enjoy doing, so you can step away from the business once in a while. Imagine that. What would that be like? How would that change your life? Imagine if you doubled or tripled or quadrupled your salary. Now, there's no question that that's going to change your life. So when was the last time you imagined these things? When was the last time you saw the vision? So this is really what I wanted to talk to you about this week. I'm going to share a little bit of stuff about Google Ads. I'm going through a course and learning some stuff on there. But I feel like we get so busy with putting out fires or handling customers this time of year that we can sometimes lose sight of where we're going. So I want you to take some time this weekend, and I want you to really visualize what you want your company to look like. Because I can tell you this, if you cannot see it and visualize it and reach out and grab it and know that it's possible and believe in it, then it's never going to happen. You got to be able to visualize it. That's the first thing. You got to be able to see it yourself. Then once you see it yourself, it ought to get you excited. And when you get excited, then that excitement, that enthusiasm is going to rub off onto other people. And if it doesn't naturally, well, you got to get them involved. How is their life going to change? The people that are on your bus, the people that are, pulling the cart with you, the people who are on the front lines, fighting. How are their lives going to change? What's going to change for them? You got to help them see it sometimes. The same way I'm helping you see it, you got to help them see it. Because sometimes they don't see it. Sometimes they're only thinking about today, and they're only thinking about tomorrow or next week. So I always try to help my team see farther into the future. Success is a game of inches. It's not something that happens overnight. You think that somebody came out of nowhere and it happened overnight? Never. There was always a lot of work going on behind the scenes before they stepped onto the scene. It's never an overnight thing. So you got to help your teammates. You got to see the vision first yourself. Then you got to help your teammates see the vision. Then you got to speak the vision each and every day. Talk about it. Where are you going? How are you going to get there? How exciting is it going to be? What are the material things that you're going to be able to buy? What are some of the cool vacations that you're going to take? How will their lives, their families' lives change when you take that next level? The next level of revenue, the next level of profit, the next level of leadership. What's it going to be like? You got to get excited about that. Because if you don't get excited about it, nobody gets excited about it. So it's your job as a business owner to get excited and to talk about it and to help others see what's, that's the greatest thing about leadership, and is that I see so much potential in my team and my teammates. And a lot of times I can tell you, they don't see it in themselves. But it's there. They have the goods. It's possible. There are others doing it. The path has been paved. But you got to believe it. You got to help them believe it. You got to show them how to do it and give them the tools and the support and the encouragement and the money. You got to give that all to them so they can help, so they can get there and they can get excited about it. And you got to get out of the way and let them do it. Let them do their job. Get the hell out of their way and let them do their job. Okay, so I'll get off my high horse on that. I hope that hit home for you, and I hope you'll take some time and write down exactly how you want your company to look. Because if you want a $5 million or a $10 million or a $20 million company, and you're only a $1 or $2 or $3 million company right now, you need to be operating and continuing to change so you're operating like a $5 million company or a $10 million company or a $20 million company. Act as if you already are there. I don't care if you just started out and you're going to do $120,000 this year. Do you want to be a $1 million company? Well, that should be the first step to get past that $1 million wall. Let's start acting like a $1 million company right now. We may not be able to buy all the amenities, all the extra tools, or the vehicles. We may not be able to get it now, but we can sure act like it when we step into a customer's house. And when you start acting like it and believing it and seeing it and feeling it, that's when things will change for you. And then communicate it. Don't be afraid to communicate it. Have people hold you accountable. I wanted to talk to you real quick about Google Ads. I'm taking a little course, so I thought this would be valuable to you just to get an idea of how Google Ads is structured. So what do you think the most popular search engine is, first of all? Everybody knows it's Google. Everybody's going to Google. The other 20, Google owns about 75% of the market share on the search engine. So that means the rest of the people, probably bought a computer that came with Microsoft and they're just using Bing or something. They don't know any better. They don't know how to get Chrome installed so there is some use still being used on the Yahoos and the Bings and whatever other search engines are. I don't even know because I don't use them. I use Google like most people. But up to 50%, this is really interesting, up to 50% of all searches, like when you go to the internet and you're searching for a particular service or product, 50% of the time you're going to click on an ad to get that. It's going to be the most relevant thing. Some people don't even know that they're actually clicking on ads. Google kind of makes it a little, it's kind of difficult to see that it's actually an ad. So 5 times out of 10, somebody's clicking on an ad, which is very interesting. 2 billion people a day click on an ad. So just to give you an idea of how this is structured with Google Ads is you've got a campaign, then an ad group, then ads, and then keywords. And it might look something like this. A campaign is just somewhere to store all of your ads or your ad groups, so you can help organize them better. So you might do you might have a campaign on IAQ. You might have a campaign on maintenance. You might have a campaign on residential replacement opportunities. You might have a campaign on duct cleaning, whatever it is. But then you have ad groups. And I don't know, there's a group of ads in there. And so there's the ad group with your ads, and then you've got keywords. So it's kind of structured like this, but the real kicker is that your website navigation structure, the way your website is the way somebody would navigate your website, okay? It needs to be built to the campaign structure, okay? So sometimes you may have to, sometimes your website needs to change. It just may not flat out may not be built right to actually be structured properly so that it works really well with Google Ads. So anyhow, I'm not going to kill you with boring information about Google Ads, but I just thought that was interesting, some interesting facts. And the great thing about Google Ads, I can tell you this, is that the only time that anybody sees your ad, the only time is when they're actually searching for your product or your service. And that's why they're winning the game of advertising. Because that's the only time you pay, is when somebody actually needs you and they're searching for what you do, versus TV or radio or a billboard. And I'm not saying there's not a place for all of those. I think you should have a well-rounded package. But I can tell you the most efficient way, because it doesn't matter if they saw you on TV or a billboard or heard you on the radio. When it's time to call you, they're going to go to Google and they're going to search for either your name or they're going to search a random keyword. And if they search a random keyword, they might pick me instead of you, or they might pick the next guy instead of you, or they might pick you instead of me. So it's kind of a crapshoot. You don't know if you're going to get chosen or not. So then you spend all that money on the other advertising, and it might not have done anything for you. So I can just tell you it's the most efficient way to advertise your business, because the only time you pay is when somebody's actually looking for you. So guys, if you're interested and you want somebody to take a look at your website or talk to you about Google Ads, if that's the next step that you're ready to take, I know you probably don't need calls right now, but now is the time to actually get everything set up and signed up. And it's not going to take a bunch of your time. It's not going to take a bunch of your time at all. You pretty much just hand over the reins and it'll be done for you. You don't have time to mess with that. You don't have time to be doing Google ad campaigns and watching this stuff every day, because this stuff has to be watched and monitored daily. You don't have time for that. Now it's time to get out there and go make the money. So I hope that you're not trying to do that yourself, because it's really easy, even using a quote unquote professional company, to waste a ton of money. And I don't want you to waste a ton of money on Google Ads. That's why I want you to check out markettoday.com. So guys, be sure to communicate that vision, not only to yourself, be sure to see it. You got to know where you're going, or you're never going to get there. Love you guys. Also, one other thing, I'm on a roll here today, guys. So one other thing is that, I've recommended books and stuff to people, and they go to it and they're like, $35. $35. I don't know if I should buy that or not. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Like when you break the seal, like you're drinking a couple of beers and it's like, dude, it's time to break the seal, And once you break the seal, you're going to be peeing the rest of the night. Because once that seal's broken, it's like a waterfall, right? So what I'm saying is, when it comes to you spending money to up your education, to buy a book or a program or a course Like, break the damn seal. Break the seal. It's the only way things are going to change for you. You want to sit back and bitch and moan about shit not being the way you want it to be, but not actually take any action to do anything about it? Then stop your fucking bitching. Otherwise, break the seal, spend some money, and start educating yourself. Start learning how to run your business. Start learning how to do better on service calls, how to increase the customer experience, how to read profit and loss statements. Like, all these things, you've got to break the seal and start spending some money on yourself. If not now, when? Because it's not going to happen by itself. It's going to take a little bit of extra effort, but here's the thing. You can have fun while you're doing it. You can have a lot of fun while you're doing it. But I can tell you, anytime somebody recommends a book to me, I got recommended a book today. I'm buying that book. I'm going to buy it tonight when I get home. I have not had time to just set up my computer today to do anything. We just been crazy busy. So I get it. But I'm going to buy it this weekend, and I'll be reading it this weekend. Or I'll be reading, one of the other 80 books or 90 books or 150 books that I got sitting at home. I'm going to be reading this weekend. And start out small if you need to. Take 2 minutes a day to read a little chunk. And try to break it up into 2 or 3 times a day, where you just take 2 minutes and you read a few pages. 2 minutes, read a few pages. If there's 2 different books that you want to read that you're interested in, there's no rules for this. Like, I got books laying around my house everywhere. They got bookmarkers in them where I started them, but then I got interested in another book, and then I went to another book, and then I'll come back to it and maybe finish it. There's no rules. But you got to be feeding your mind with information. You got to be feeding your mind with knowledge, or nothing's going to change. Okay, guys. That's enough. I'm going to calm down. I want you to have a great weekend. I want you to go give your spouse a great big hug and a kiss. Tell them how much you love them. Tell your kids how much you love them. And go make money. Go make money, but don't let this time, don't slip on your education. You've got a duty to your family. You got a duty to your employees. You got a duty to your coworkers. It's your duty to up everybody's game. And until you can govern yourself, I think Confucius said, the man who cannot govern himself cannot govern others. So that's what I'll leave with you guys. I'll leave you guys with that, guys. So have a great weekend. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Love you guys. It's time to invest in yourself. If you want to invest in your company, check out markettoday.com. If you want to invest in yourself and actually start learning how to run your business, and all it takes is a couple of tiny pieces of knowledge. I'm here to tell you. That's when I've had great big changes within my company. A couple pieces of knowledge. So I've got a ton, like every single video. If you go to www.hvacserviceready.com and you check out the business membership, it doesn't cost squat. Like, you're going to make that money back in the first hour that you get in the field. Once you get in there and you start learning, you'll make that money back in an hour every month. So I'm asking for 1 hour of your money so I can help you make millions in your HVAC business. So go there, subscribe to the business membership, reach out to me. I want to work with a couple of you guys. So if, I do charge something for that. But if you're in a position and you're ready to take your business to the next level, reach out to me, hvacmillionaire@gmail.com. But also get in there and get my courses, because every single video has a nugget in it. You don't got to spend, there's hours and hours of content in there, but you don't got to spend 8 hours in a class to get one nugget. Each video has a nugget. So get in there and get it, guys. Love you. Talk to you later. Have a great summer. Protect yourselves. Drink lots of water. Go make money. Boom.